Hey y'all, how y'all doing? What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? I need to talk to you guys. So, what's, it's okay. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. So, I was really y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. When I first found out I was pregnant, I was like really shocked. But I was really I wasn't feeling normal the whole time. I was like really sick. Like I was cramping really bad. It was like really uncomfortable. And so I didn't really know what was wrong. I'm like, I kept telling my mother, my sister, my husband, I'm like, this don't feel right. I said, something about this does not feel right. And, my husband's like, oh, maybe it's because, you really didn't want another child, blah, 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 blah. And I really went through it bad with my daughter, you guys, about accepting being a mom and stuff like that. So I made a decision like, I'm going to do everything different this time and I'm going to embrace it and I'm going to be happy and I'm going to move forward. But my heart was saying, your body is not right. Something is not right. So I'm pushing through. I'm like, oh, you know what? I gotta accept. I gotta accept it. I'm thinking it's mental, but now that I think about it, I think my mind wasn't letting me get too attached because my body was already responding negatively. So the other day, not yesterday, the day before, remember we were supposed to do our two lives, right? And when I came home, I had dropped my daughter off to dance class right before I was about to go live. Literally, I was like, let me go to the bathroom first. So as soon as I went to the bathroom, because we were supposed to be ready to love live, as soon as I went to the bathroom, I was like, holy crap, this isn't normal. So I decided, I'm like, I gotta go to the hospital because like I shouldn't be bleeding. So as I go to the hospital, I'm like, okay, remember we were supposed to do the live with, we were supposed to do Ready to Love and we were supposed to talk with Alina. No, we wasn't supposed to talk with her yet. Um, while I was at the hospital, that's when me and her were talking, and I was like, I'm just getting checked out. I don't really know what's wrong. The doctors say that this is normal as long as it's not followed by severe cramping. So we should be able to do it later, but we're gonna have to do it later tonight. So I'm just sitting there waiting, waiting, waiting. I went to the hospital. I went to a different hospital because they said they was gonna wait. It was gonna take them 5 hours to see me. Now I'm like, but I'm pregnant and I'm bleeding and I'm cramping. What if I'm losing my child? So they was like, well, no, I mean, it's okay. I said, no, I'm leaving. So I left the hospital. I went to another hospital. I was at this other hospital for 5 hours on Sunday night. What? No, Sunday, Monday night, 5 hours. And I'm like, what, like, what's going on? Like, it's ridiculous. So I told my husband, I said, I went to the bathroom, not bleeding. I feel better. Maybe it was just, something happening. Let me go. I just want to go home and go to sleep. I want to lay down. So I went home, went to sleep, woke up the next day. Everything fine. Everything fine. I'm at work. I go to work. And then as soon as I go to the bathroom, I'm like, holy shit. Like, this is not good. Like, no. So I left work and I had went to the emergency room. So that's why my lives were already set because I was like, oh, I'm going to go live tonight. Everything's good. We fine. I was like, no, I gotta go to the emergency room. So I go to the emergency room. Thank God. One of my friends' aunt was there. They got me straight to the back. And as I'm like in there, I'm telling them what's happening. And the doctor was like, okay, so we're gonna give you an ultrasound. So he said, now I remind you, y'all, I called my doctor earlier yesterday to ask them about, my symptoms because I left the hospital. And I asked them, I was like, is this normal? She said, as long as you're not in like really, really bad pain, or as long as you're not really like really bleeding, then you should be fine. And I had an appointment for Friday. So I was like, okay, cool, no problem. I should be fine. So I go to the hospital, but mentally I'm thinking like, nothing really gonna happen. You know how like you have like this mindset, like this normal, maybe I'm just freaking out. So as I'm in there, they like, I need you to go pee in a cup. So I go pee in a cup. When I go in there, y'all, I was like, holy shit, I broke down crying. I'm like, this isn't happening. So they rushed the doctor in there. He gives me ultrasound. Now I know, you know how you know when you know, and you know that the doctor's not trying to tell you what you know. So I'm like, he like, how long are you? I'm like 10 weeks. It was like, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. What I'm seeing, I should be seeing more. But just to be on the safe side, we're gonna give you a vaginal ultrasound. So I was like, okay. But like I already knew what was going on. I just wanted them to let me know so that I couldn't really like, like come to grips with it at some point. And so when I went back and I got the vaginal ultrasound, I asked the technician while she was doing it, like, so do you see a baby? She was like, I don't read the results, the doctor does. And I'm saying, like, girl, you do ultrasounds for babies. You know what you're looking for. Stop playing. Somebody just tell me so that I can like just know. Like, I hate not knowing worse than knowing. Like, just let me know so I can like be okay. So I'm sitting there and my husband was home and I was at the hospital and he was dealing with it his way. And I was glad that he wasn't with me when I went because I couldn't deal with his emotions on top of my emotions. Like we had to have our separate emotional breakdowns. And then like we were talking, whatever, and he came and meet me later that night. He came to pick me up and stuff. So I was like, so when I got back in there, the doctor come in, she tells me, and I was like, yeah, I knew that was happening. But the part that really started getting to me was, and I'm being transparent with you guys because I started thinking to myself, was like, what did I do? Like, what did I do? Like, I tried to do this one different than the first time. What did I do? And it really got to me a little bit because I felt like the day it started, I was home because I had took a day off of work because I was just feeling overwhelmed. And like literally, my employees, my district manager, everybody just was calling me all day long. And I'm like stressed out. I'm like, I have no pharmacists, I have no CSAs, I have nobody in the store trying to find coverage, this, that, and the other. I can't do it. And I thought the stress was what caused it because that's the same day that I started bleeding. And my husband was upset a little bit at first, like, you gotta calm down, you need to stop stressing, blah, 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 blah. It's just work. This, like, so I'm dealing with that. And when I talked to the doctor, when the doctor came in, she talked to me. She said, "Listen, you need to." She was like, "So your baby stopped growing at 5 weeks and 5 days. So your hormone levels are saying 10 weeks, but your sac is showing 5 weeks. So your baby has just not grown since basically since I found out I was pregnant." And I was like, so is that could have been why like I just been feeling so weird. Like I've been feeling bad. Like it's something you can't explain. It would felt like I was having like the worst pregnancy ever too early. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know how like they say, oh, you get sick. I was feeling all types of cramps, everything. Like, why is this so painful this early? Like, what is going on? And she was like, and I felt better because at that point I knew that it wasn't intentionally me stressing or me overworking myself or overdoing it. Um, the baby chromosomes just didn't sit well with my body, I guess. And because I have a rare blood type, I have I think it's RH negative. They had to give me a shot so that I don't catch some type of disease if by chance the blood from the fetus actually interacts with my blood. I'll be able to fight it off and I won't, you know, go into some type of like sickness or whatever. And I had to get that shot when I was pregnant with my daughter as well, because anytime you're pregnant, I have to get the shot. So just in case our bloods cross, neither one of us, get a disease or die, basically. So I was there and I had to get that shot and stuff like that. So it was like really one of those things for me. And I was just sitting there and I was like, okay, I just felt better after I realized like it wasn't me. And I just wanted to talk to you guys because I know a lot of women deal with miscarriages and um, things like that. And I just felt like just know it's not you. Sometimes it just doesn't take right, and that's okay. And it's all right. And try again. So now me and my husband talked about it, and like we're gonna literally try to have another child. And I think it'd be a lot better because I won't be, so flustered like I was in the beginning when I first found out. I'll be like, oh my God, okay, yeah, this is what I'm planning. This is what I want. This was gonna happen, like more open and free. And I'm still gonna and when the time happens, I'm still gonna tell you guys early, and I don't care because I feel like, of course, like I told y'all before, I want to do everything different. And we could talk. So I just wanted to come and tell you guys that, and mainly so that you guys don't start coming in my comments like, so how you feeling? How's the baby? And then I have to keep explaining to you guys over and over what's going on with me. So I figure I'll just tell you guys so that you guys don't keep asking me in all the lives that we have going on in the videos. But I'm okay. I promise you guys I'm not I'm not gonna lie, I woke up this morning and I felt kind of empty. I did feel a little empty, but I'm not in like any pain like I was in the last couple of days, last couple of weeks, like no more like really bad pains. My headaches have subsided a lot. And like, if besides feeling emptiness, I don't feel sad. I don't feel too sad. And I think that was part of the reason why I was having a hard time mentally connecting physically with my body at the time. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna try for another one. I am. I'm gonna try for another one. So I mean, yeah. Um, so yeah, I wanted to tell you guys that and get that out there. And I'm coming back later. We still doing our Ready to Love live because honey, I took the notes, okay? And I don't want to be sitting around just sitting around. Like they took me out of work for the next couple of days, and I don't want to just sit around just to be sitting around. So I'm like, what makes me happy is getting on live, talking about shows, talking to y'all, making my videos. And if and I'm not at work, so that's a good thing. Like the stress of that is like, and I already told them like, please just leave me alone. So I want to do things that make me happy and make me feel like me. And so we are going live later. We still gonna do our Ready to Love. We're gonna talk to Elena tonight because we were supposed to be doing that for the last 2 nights. But we could just going, move on like regular and gonna be okay. And in a couple of maybe a month or so, I'll try again. Well, depending on what my doctor say. But I'll try again. Oh, thank you, Natasha. Thank you, Tammy. Hey Jay. Hey Tamar. Hey guys. So yeah, that was it. I just wanted to share it with y'all, and we're gonna be back up here a little bit later. I'm gonna get my life together because I had my coffee, and so like now I'm gonna go shower and all that good stuff, and then we'll be back. If my daughter don't have dance class, we might be back earlier, but I gotta see if she has dance class. So that's it. That's all. I just wanted to share my experience with you guys, and move on. Yeah, I have to put myself first. I have to. I have to. Yeah, so that's it. I'm gonna be up here later with you guys. So make sure that y'all be here for the Ready to Love because child, they get on my nerve. And Elena, we gotta talk to her. We supposed to be had our girl talk. So we still gonna have our girl talk because y'all we got some questions. We got some questions. And yeah, that's it, y'all. I'm gonna be up out of here and I'll see you guys later. But yeah, that's it. I love you guys. Thanks for listening to me and praying for me and supporting me. Bye.